Hi friends, so today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Teenage Girls Can Be Demons by Hailey Piper. I did receive this book as an ARC on NetGalley, however all opinions are my own. So the reason I wanted to read this is because I love queer storytelling, as you all know. Especially love queer storytelling when it comes to horror. Friends, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit 50-50 with this one. That is to say, half the stories I loved, half of the stories I weren't too keen on or they didn't keep me interested. I loved that most of these stories focused on trans or queer main characters, and Hailey used her own thoughts and experiences to get through these stories and make them as lovable and spooky as they are. My favourite story by far was Magical Girls Child Crusader Squad. I would genuinely love for it to be turned into a full novel and not just a short story, as I feel like there was so much potential with that one. It took me so long to read this book because, as you all know, I am a night reader and some of these stories were super scary. The stories that I didn't like weren't necessarily because of bad writing, they just didn't grip me as much as the others did. I feel that's because the stories that I really loved really pulled me in and made me want to read more, whereas the ones I weren't too keen on just didn't. All in all, I truly believe that there's at least one story in this book for everyone to enjoy, and I will be recommending it to my horror loving friends. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads, and this book is already out. What did you think of the book?